Channels International Kids Cup third place winners Emmanuel Anglican Primary School from Ekiti are the champions of the Seyi Akiwumi Under-13 Football Championship. The boys from Ekiti defeated Channels Kids Cup reigning champions LGEA Central Primary School from Kwara 5-4 via penalties after producing a spirited comeback from 2-0 down. The tournament is organized by the Seyi Akiwumi Charity Foundation with a core objective of promoting education and sports.
What a comeback story! Let's play the hands to top. Yes! So Daniel scored that one. Assist out of the air.
It's so important. I really can't express in words. You know, just looking at these kids and see where they've come from and see the joy in their faces tells you everything. And the potential that we have here, look at the quality of football. That tells you everything.
Catching them young now. Ahead of this weekend's Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match against the Pirates of Seychelles, Turkey-based forward Henry Onyekuru and Enyimba goalkeeper Ikechukwu Ezenwa will be the first players to arrive at the Super Eagles camp in Victoria on Monday. Onyekuru will arrive in Victoria on Monday morning to be followed by Nigeria-based goalkeeper Ezenwa, who will arrive with the Nigeria-based members of the technical crew and the backroom staff. All the other players on Coach Janot Raw's 24-man roster will arrive at the team hotel on Tuesday. Both sides will face off at the 10,000 capacity Stadley Knit in a Group E Matchday 2 encounter on September 8th, with both teams in need of 3 points after losing their respective openers to the campaign 15 months ago. In the English Premier League, Romelu Lukaku struck twice as Manchester United returned to winning ways after 2 successive losses, with a 2-0 victory over Burnley at Turf Moor this evening. Lukaku opened the scoring in the 27th minute with a simple back post header from an Alexis Sanchez cross and doubled the advantage just before the break from close range. United's French international Paul Pogba had a 69th minute penalty saved by Burnley's former Manchester City keeper Joe Hart. Watford maintained their perfect start of the season as they came from behind to shock Tottenham 2-1 at Vicarage Road. Earlier, Arsenal secured their first away win of the season as they edged Cardiff City 3-2 at the Cardiff City Stadium. Formula One reigning world champion Lewis Hamilton has equaled Michael Schumacher's record of 5 Italian Grand Prix wins when he clinched the 10th race in Monza. The Briton and Sebastian Vettel, his closest title rival, now 30 points behind, collided in the opening lap with a German Ferrari driver sent spinning down to 18th place before recovering to 4th. Hamilton's 6th win of the season lifted him to 256 points, to his German rival's 226, with 7 races left in what remains a fierce battle between the 4-time world champions. Mercedes have 415 points to Ferrari's 390 in the constructors' standings.
That was silly. Where did he want to go? I'll be out.
I want to give it up to Ferrari, who put up a great challenge this weekend. They really did an amazing job, and they're giving us such a great fight. And secondly, I just want to say a huge thank you to these guys and everyone back home, because without their support, without their continued efforts, this wouldn't be possible today.
I think it was quick enough. Unfortunately, our rear tires went, and it's not much. It was a losing battle since that point, and yeah, I tried, but it was impossible in the end. Unfortunately, it's far from ideal, but this is what we got today, and you know, we did our maximum.
And well done to Mercedes MG Petronas. Seat is the champagne.
tennis, fifth seed Pt.4 has become the latest big name to crash out of the U.S. Open after losing to Aryna Sabalenka 7-5, 6-1. The exit of the Czech leaves only 3 of the top 10 women's players in the running, with defending champion and world number 3 Sloane Stephens, the highest-ranked player, left in the draw. Meanwhile, Maria Sharapova has continued to enjoy working the U.S. Open night shift with a 6-3, 6-2 humbling of 10th-seeded Latvian Jelena Ostapenko, improving her record to 22 wins under the Arthur Ashe Stadium floodlights. Three soldiers have been killed after a suicide bomber attacked a government office in the Somali capital, Mogadishu. 14 people were injured in the blast, including 6 children. The blast also damaged nearby houses and blew off the top of a mosque. Videos shared with media houses showed smoke and debris in the aftermath of the blast. Ambulances took the casualties to hospitals as people searched through the rubble for survivors. One eyewitness said they were in the middle of work when the explosion happened in front of the district office, where their building was destroyed. The 3 soldiers killed died as they stopped the explosives-laden car, driven by the suicide bomber, from entering a government compound. Somalia has been a major target for the Al-Shabaab militants. Following a UN-backed unity government that was formed in 2012, the group has since been driven out of many urban areas, but still controls territory in rural regions and carries out gun attacks and bombings on military and civilian targets. A South African trade union with mainly white members is to begin strikes at a petrochemical firm over a share scheme available only to black workers, which it says is blatant discrimination. Businesses in South Africa are required to meet black ownership quotas under laws intended to offset the impact of apartheid-era policies. The Sasol firm said last year that it would increase black ownership in its local operations to at least 25%. The Solidarity Union has 6,600 members in Sasol's South Africa operations and says it is unfair that only black employees are eligible to receive the shares. And the main news again. President Muhammadu Buhari has assured Nigerians that the elections of 2019 will be free and fair. The president, who made the pledge while meeting with the Nigerian community in China, says he's not afraid of a free election, having been a beneficiary himself. Also today, 1 person was killed, 11 others injured after a church building collapsed at Ugolo in Delta State. And a suicide attack in the Somali capital, Mogadishu, has left 3 soldiers dead and 14 others injured. That's it on the news at 10 tonight. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.